Water turbines, one of the first historical methods of energy production, dating back to ancient civilizations like the Greeks and Romans and Chinese. In ancient times, these civilizations would use water mills for tasks like grinding grain or irrigation, implementing the same principles as modern day engines or generators, which store and transfer energy. In today's world, the technology of water mills was adapted into water turbines, mechanical devices that convert the kinetic energy or potential energy when water hits a turbine into mechanical energy, which is then usually turned into electricity by a generator. They're at the heart of hydropower systems, one of the oldest and most reliable forms of clean energy. There's a lot of current research being done to innovate and invent in the space of hydropower. As described by the International Water Power magazine, new turbine technology is similar to a jet engine in the way that it creates suction around the blades and draws the air or water towards it, becoming more efficient and less energy taxing. As stated in the article, typically in dams, water turbines operate at 50 to 100% capacity, which is very inefficient and energy taxing, while the new technology can run more efficiently at much lower flow rates, optimizing energy production and increasing sustainability. In another article, more innovations are noted in the hydropower space in the AFC4 Hydro and HydroFlex projects, which work together to make turbines more flexible. One example of their advancements is HydroFlex's faster responding turbines and generators, which are meant to be more flexible and withstand faster starts and stops. They also mention their new counterwave technology. They say that, like noise canceling headphones, counterwave technology is meant to neutralize fluctuations in water pressure and reduce stress on the machine. As you can see, there's been many technological advancements in hydropower, with lots of resources being put into improvements and the like. But the thing is, these innovations are only being made to improve current hydropower infrastructure and not searching for new avenues in which to introduce this immaculate technology. This is where I come in. I suggest we implement water turbine technology into urinals across the United States of America. This project's goal is to create more methods of sustainable energy production in today's environmentally ever declining world. Only 29% of energy production comes from renewable sources, according to the first Google search, which means that the other 71% comes from coal, oil, natural gas, or other unrenewable or unsustainable sources. If we can find more places and ways to introduce sustainable energy, we can reduce that number and reduce harm done to the environment while maintaining the massive energy demand of the modern era. Now the big question: why high school urinals? Because if you think about it, outside of natural rivers and streams and oceans, what is one of the biggest sources of water flow in the world? Men. Every day, over 4 billion men have to use the restroom, producing billions of water streams that are left unharnessed. In the United States alone, 160 million men are alive and urinating daily, which is basically free energy, but no one has capitalized on it yet. That all changes with this project. The average urinal looks like this, with the main bowl on the right leading into the main vent over there, and then all that space for the liquid to slosh around. In my version, I plan to implement the technology previously developed by these companies in this free space between the bowl and the main pipe right here, so that the stream can hit the turbine and produce energy, and then the flushing can initiate afterwards, providing even more flow to the generator. For this kind of project, I will need a very specific group of people with very specific skill sets in order to get the job done. Of course, I'll be the overseer of the project as a CEO or inventor. But I also need employees to assemble the turbine parts, and who else better than Ethan Shan or Victor Petchuk, who are both very hardworking and trustworthy and smart and handy. I will also need a plumber to help with the piping in the urinal, and I think I would hire Yassine Alazawi for this position because he's very strong and capable, and I would trust him with his work. Lastly, I need an electrical engineer to work on the generator, and my first pick would be Jayton Woodworth. I think he wants to major in chemical engineering in college, which also has engineer in it, so I think it's close enough. After this project is complete, I expect to find a correlation between the amount of pollution in the air and the amount of urinal turbines implemented. Because as more turbines are implemented, there will be less of a demand for energy produced by unrenewable sources because my product is so exceptional and it will revolutionize the world of energy production.